Hello everyone. As we are dealing with the syllabus topics of Kaumara Pratya, today I am here to explain you about the topic of Prana Pratyagamana, that is, according to modern view, neonatal resuscitation. Has the baby born immediately after birth? As we all know, baby will be dependent for everything on the mother in the womb. After birth immediately, the baby should start its cardiovascular system and respiratory system functions on its own. So, the first 1 minute after birth is known as golden minute. In this 1 minute, we have to see that the respiratory functions and cardiovascular system of functions should be clear of the baby. If in this 1 minute the respiratory functions or cardiovascular system functions if delayed, then baby will be having the many ill healths or many health issues further. So this 1 minute we have to care the baby particularly very carefully, and we have to give the successive respiratory function and cardiovascular system functions to the baby. So today we will see what is this prana pratyagamana and the procedure of that prana pratyagamana. Prana pratyagamana procedure comes under Jatamatra Paricharya, whereas the Jatamatra Paricharya is referred to the baby immediately after birth. The baby immediately after birth is known as Jata Matra. Hence, Jata Matra can be defined as a period of immediately after birth up to the cutting of umbilical cord. These Jata Matra procedures from immediately birth till cutting of umbilical cord, the different authors mentioned the different procedures or schedule according to their steps. Whereas the steps involved in Jatamatra Sishu Paricharya includes Prana Pratyagamana and Ulba Parimarjana, Mukha Vishodhana, Garbhodaka Vamana, Nabhinala Chedana. These are the immediate measures to be applied to a newborn and are mentioned one by one according to different authors, according to different schedule. But these all points we don't need now, as we will see in the Navajata Shishu Paricharya topic. In this topic only we will see the first point, that is Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi. So now let's start the topic. First of all, what is this Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi? Whereas the term Prana is none other than life. Prana means, as we all know, it is the term known as life or cardiorespiratory function. The whole of the efforts to be made to establish the normal respiratory and cardiovascular functioning from a compressed life-threatening status is to be considered as Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi. Whereas if the baby is not normal and there is no normal functioning of respiratory or cardiovascular system, then we will keep the efforts to make it normal within 1 minute. This procedure to make the normal respiratory or cardiovascular system functions is known as the Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi. And this Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi needs to be discussed in two contexts, that is immediately after birth, that is first golden minute at the time of birth, and second schedule is after birth and in childhood. In this, at the time of birth where comes under first golden minute or first 1 minute after birth, and second schedule after birth or in childhood comes under emergency resuscitatory method in critical conditions of diseases or in any accidents. So, if we know the neonatal resuscitation procedure, then we can treat the baby in emergencies and in accidents in the second schedule, that is in childhood or birth after some days. And the main procedure here we have to see is at the time of birth what all we will follow the Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi. So, first we will see according to our Ayurveda what all the procedures followed for the best Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi. According to our Acharya Charaka, he mentioned in Charaka Samhita Sharirasthana in 8th chapter 43rd shloka has Yathasya Talvoshta Kanta Jivva Pramarjana Betangulya Suparilikhita Nakhaya Suprakshali Topadana Karpasa Sapichu Matya means, which he explained as the attenders or the mother's nail should be trimmed off properly and should be covered by a clean cotton swab, and then the throat, lips, pharynx and tongue of the baby should be cleared by fingers of that attender or mother. By this procedure, what we will get the results? By this method, we can remove the mucus present in the oral cavity so as to facilitate the smooth entry of air through it, and this is also a source of stimulation to the baby because it produces gag reflex and irritation. So according to our acharyas, this is one of the procedure to stimulate the baby to get the normal respiratory function. Next, he explained some procedures to stimulate the baby so that by stimulation baby will get the normal respiratory functions. Has first procedure he said Shitodakena Ushnodakena va Mukha Parishekah, explained in Charaka Samhita Sharirasthana 8th chapter 42nd shloka, whereas shloka says as cleaning the face with hot water and cold water. Usually they will use in summer cold water and in winter or in cold season hot water, so that baby will get stimulus and it will start the respiration. Next procedure he explained as Krishna Kapalika Shurpena Chaina Mabhinishpu Niyohu means same in Charaka Samhita Sharirasthana he explained has the fanning with the Krishna Kapalika Surpa. Krishna Kapalika Surpa here means the fanning with the peacock feathers, or they were using the fanning with that sticks fanning method in olden days, fanning with that to the baby which express the outer air or extra air will give stimulus to the baby so that baby will get activated. And another procedure which he explained as Ashmanoho Sangatanam Karna Yo Mule means the auditory stimulus by striking two stones near the ear of the baby, so that by sound, external sound, baby will get stimulus. These three procedures Charaka explained to stimulate the baby so that baby will get the normal respiratory functions. As we all know, the normal routine procedure, that is the loud cry immediately after birth along with proper cardiovascular functioning signifies establishment of prana pravritti. But if it is not clear, then we have to try with these two procedures, that is clearing of airway and stimulus to the baby. After these procedures also, if baby didn't get the normal respiration, so then immediately the baby should be transferred to NICU, that is neonatal intensive care unit. So till now we saw why the reasons for the till now we saw the procedure, what all we have to follow if the baby didn't get the normal respiration or cardiovascular functioning immediately after birth. But in this slide we will see why the failure of establishment of prana will be happening in a baby, that is pathophysiology for failure of establishment of prana, explained by Sushruta in Sharirasthana has Jarayuna Mukhe Channe Kante cha Kafaveshtite Vayur Marga Nirodhacha Garbhastha na Prarodhati means, here he explained some 3 points by which the establishment of prana will be withheld has if the mouth of the baby is covered with jarayu, that is mucus, and shleshma, that is mucus plug, is present in the throat, and the obstruction of the pathway. These 3 points, if they are present in a baby, then there will be stoppage of establishment of prana. What are those 3 points? If the mouth is covered with jarayu, that is mucus, so that the obstruction will be present in the airway of nostrils and mouth. So, and second point is obstruction at the throat or trachea by mucus plug, and so last one is insufficient stimulation or obstruction to the pathway of vayu. If these 3 points are present in a baby, then there will be obstruction to the establishment of prana. Whereas we can compare this obstruction in 2 ways, that is for the gati of vayu and has marga nirodha, because when baby is unable to pass the sensory stimulus to brain centers, then passage of stimulus in the form of action potential is compared with the gati of vayu, and any obstruction in the initiation, propagation and processing reactions can be taken as marga nirodha. So these two may be compared with the failure of establishment of respiratory functions. Now coming to modern view, that is known as the procedure neonatal resuscitation. This I made the flow chart of neonatal resuscitation, which will make you easy to remember, but in writing, if you write detailed explanation point wise, you can cover it with the 2 or 3 pages. So if they ask in exams prana pratyagamana vidhi Ayurvedic part, you will get 2 to 3 pages, and this flow chart, if you explain detailedly, it will be of 2 to 3 pages. Aram se you can write 4 to 5 pages or 6 pages in exams. But to make you understand easy, I made here chart. But before explaining this chart, I want to show you the procedures or the instrument which we use for this neonatal resuscitation, that is ambu bag and mask, which we use for the neonatal resuscitation. Come, let's see the instrument. So this is ambu bag and mask, which we use for the positive pressure ventilation. This positive pressure ventilation is a procedure used for the neonatal resuscitation procedure, and this positive pressure ventilation is the external oxygen or external pressure which we give for the baby to establish the prana or respiration function. So here this is the ambu bag and mask. This mask we will get in 3 to 5 sizes according to the preterm babies and their gestational age. According to gestational age, the number of this mask will be changed. And here you can see the parts of the ambu bag, that is face mask, pop valve, oxygen inlet and tubing, that is green pipe, reservoir bag and expiratory valve, PEP valve, self-inflating bag, and air inlet one way and air inlet and pressure releasing valves. This is the whole parts of the ambu bag and mask where we use for the neonatal resuscitation procedure. And these all procedures, remember, you have to complete within the 1 minute of the birth. Immediately after birth, within 1 minute, you have to complete this whole neonatal resuscitation procedure. Now let's see the procedure, what all we have to do in the neonatal resuscitation. Here is another pic. Here you can see the 3 different sizes of the ambu bag and mask instrument. So now we'll see the procedure of neonatal resuscitation. It is also known as PPV, that is positive pressure ventilation. Here we are giving the positive pressure ventilation for the baby so that the respiratory function will be established. First, immediately after birth, you will take the baby, you will clear the meconium and you will see for breathing or crying of the baby. If the crying is present immediately after birth, then no need to worry. We will casually we will get to know that the baby is all right. And then if the baby is normal with breathing and crying, you will clear the meconium by suctioning. That is, first you will suction the mouth then nose, because if you clear the suctioning first nose then mouth, the mucus which is present in the mouth will obstruct the passage of the nostrils, then baby may go for shock. So first you have to suction the mouth then nose. After suctioning, if baby is all right, then you will go for routine care, that is providing warmth, airway clearing and drying the baby with 2 clean towels, then providing the warmth by the side of the mother skin to skin touch. If baby is having some problem or didn't cry immediately after birth, then provide warmth for the baby and give the position, that is you should make the baby to lie in supine position and slightly evaluate the baby's head by giving support to the back neck of the baby, so that clear the airway with the suctioning or with the procedure of fingers and swab procedure, and reposition the baby. If necessary, give oxygen. If after all this, if baby starts crying and respiration is normal, then you can again go for routine care. In routine care, which involves providing warmth for the baby and skin to skin touch by the mother and breastfeeding. If there is no establishment of respiration after the providing warmth and suctioning also, then evaluate the respiration, that is heart rate. HR means heart rate. How much is heart rate? It should be above 100 per minute. And color, the color of newborn will be usually pink. Color should be pink. And breathing how much should be? 40 to 60 per minute, that is respiratory rate. If these are normal, if in evaluation, then you can go for supportive care. If necessary, give oxygen or else routine care you can follow. After this, if the heart rate is below 100 per minute and the respiration rate is below 40 to 60 per minute, then we have to go for positive pressure ventilation, that is PPV. If the heart rate is below 100 and respiratory rate is below 40 to 60 per minute, immediately you have to start the positive pressure ventilation by ambu bag and mask. First of all, you should position the baby with elevation of head, because if you give positive pressure ventilation in fully supine position, the air will be blocked in a throat. So slightly, if you have to evaluate the head of the baby, give position, then keep the mask of the ambu bag correctly by closing nose and mouth, then give the pressure to the ambu bag, which I have shown in the instrument, that is air inlet. By procedure, what you have to follow? Breathe 2-3, breathe 2-3. This procedure or code you have to follow to give pressure, so that the routine or the duration of the inlet of the pressure will be maintained. This how many times you have to do? 5 times. 5 times you have to count, breathe 2-3, and you have to give the external pressure. After 5 times, again you have to see for breathing, that is respiratory rate and heart rate, so that it should become for the normal value, that is respiratory rate for 40 to 60 per minute and heart rate for more than 100 per minute. If the baby got this range of levels, then you can go for ongoing care, that is with the routine care with external care of the baby. But if though after giving this 5 times positive pressure ventilation baby didn't get the normal range values, then again we have to go for positive pressure ventilation again for 5 minutes, that is 5 times, like breathe 2 3, breathe 2 3, and while stopping you have to count breathe 2 3 4, breathe 2 3 4, then you have to stop. Again after 5 times you have to evaluate the ranges of the heart rate and breathing. If it comes to normal, you can go for routine care, ongoing care. But though after doing for 2 sessions, if baby didn't get the normal range of heart rate and respiratory rate, then you go for administering chest compression. Here you will give the pressure on the chest with 2 thumbs of your attender with the positive pressure ventilation procedure ongoing. You should not stop the positive pressure ventilation, it should be ongoing with extra chest compression. This is also same, breathe 2 3, breathe 2 3, same you have to follow for 5 times and evaluate the heart rate which is below, if it is below 60 per minute, then it ranges till 60 per minute or 100 per minute. You have to follow the procedure. If the baby got normal, then you can go for routine care. If after this procedure also baby didn't got the normal ranges or values, then immediately you have to shift the baby for NICU, that is neonatal care unit, with the ongoing procedure of positive pressure ventilation and chest compression till the baby reaches the NICU or higher center. This is the whole procedure of neonatal resuscitation method. Remember, this whole procedure you have to complete within 1 minute after birth. Immediately after birth, within 1 minute you have to follow and complete this whole procedure. If baby didn't got normal within 1 minute till you complete this procedure, then baby will be shifted to higher centers. So this was the topic which explained as Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi in Ayurveda and neonatal resuscitation method or procedure in modern view. As I understood, or as I compare neonatal resuscitation procedure by this theory class, you will not get. If possible, we will have the one practical session of the neonatal resuscitation method in my channel. I'll try to collect the slides and some videos of neonatal resuscitation so that I can explain in the practical view. This is for your theory point. You can write in the theory exams in the 5 marks question or 11 marks question if they has to explain the Prana Pratyagamana Vidhi. Thank you.